Hello, this is Claviza, the brown skin Aussie, the one and only, and you are tuned into the Deep House Space.
Last night a DJ saved my life.
Hi, my name is Euphonia. Welcome to the Deep House Space. Take a journey with us as we dive into the underground sounds of Deep House. From soulful melodies to driving bass lines, we'll keep you moving all day long. Introducing the Deep House Space. My name is Euphonia. Imagine yourself lost in a world of pulsing bass lines, hypnotic melodies, and infectious grooves. Welcome to your haven for Deep House delights. Let's embark on this sonic journey together.
house space, 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 space. And you're tuned into the deep house space, 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 space. Ladies and gentlemen, you are now listening to Booger the DJ, only on the deep house space.
Craving your touch so deep. Every night I'm lost, I'm losing sleep. The moonlight whispers secrets in my ear. Your voice echoes soft like crystal clear. And now we're made together, I feel it in the air. Dreams dance before my eyes, a bittersweet affair. Oh, without you, without you, you hold me tight, hold me tight, hold me tight. I can't live without you, babe. Oh, tell me why, tell me why, tell me why I can't sleep without you, without you. You hold me tight, hold me tight, hold me tight. I can't live without you, baby. Without you, baby.
Hey, this is Carly and you're listening to Deep House Space. For the love of Deep House
Yo, this is your boy, Mc4len. You are now tuned into the Deep House Space. Hashtag Deep House Space.
And you're tuned into the deep house space, 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 space.
Love's got a hold, won't let me be. In the darkness, craving your touch so deep. Every night I'm lost, I'm losing sleep. The moonlight whispers secrets in my ear. Your voice echoes soft like crystal clear. And now we're made together, I feel it in the air. Dreams dance before my eyes, a bittersweet affair. Oh, without you, without you, you hold me tight, hold me tight, hold me tight. I can't live without you, babe. Oh, tell me why, tell me why, tell me why I can't sleep without you, without you. You hold me tight, hold me tight, hold me tight. I can't live without you, baby. Without you, baby.
My name is Mc4len. The deep house space. Grace upon these platforms that expose the undiscovered. As we enter, we breathe fire from the other side. Conquer and divide. By our rules they will abide. House music is in control. Now turns the tide. In our house, we are one. Connected with the rhythm. My name is Mc4len, and you're tuned into the deep house space.
Mic check, mic check. Mic check, mic check. Happy Friday, everyone. Okay, hundreds, hundreds. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining us. Happy Friday. I'm happy. Hopefully, you are happy too. That you are here in this wonderful thing that we do on Fridays called the Deep House Space. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for being here. Our DJ, as always, started off with some good music, some good, really dope music. Shout out to the DJ, man. Nothing, no DJ does it better than Upoga on Twitter Spaces. The first song that we started off with, first song, I don't know where he gets his songs, but he has these songs. He played a song titled Song of Praise by Vati, Calvin Black, and George Leslie. Of course, George Leslie, one part of Artwork Sounds. And then, just before I grabbed the mic, he played a song by Deep Essentials, Without You. We actually haven't had those guys in a minute on the Deep House Space. We haven't had them in a while, in fact. Madam Thames Amachens Agren, yes, Thames Amachens Agren. Anyway, thank you so much again. Thank you so much for coming through. Have a good, proper, stellar lineup for Vandag. Tia White is here. Tia White has already grabbed the mic. Grand Master is up next after Tia White. And then we're going to end off today with Mc4len. So, yeah, that's our lineup for Vandag. But before I go my guest, let's share the mic with Kazi Zulu. Kazi Zulu, mic check, mic check.
Hi, Vox. Hi, Puga. Hi, Nia. Hi to everyone. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us. I'd like to first take the time to thank you to everyone who's here every single Friday. I usually say this at the end, but today I thought I should start with it. And I'd like to say thank you to everyone who's here for the first time. Please stick around. It's going to be a great one as always. And yeah, thank you so much for joining us.
Hi, Siyabonga kakhulu Kazi Zulu. Thanks to you for joining us. Thanks to you for adding your wonderful voice to the deeper space. Let's give the mic to Brother DJ. Ngoba ngantu you for now nature nyani. Brother DJ, mic check, mic check.
Mic check 1 2 1 2 exe sharp fade niyangizwa.
Hi, hundreds.
Hello. Good day to everyone. Hope you guys are good. Hope you guys are blessed. Yeah, it is another freaky Friday, another stellar edition of the Deep House Space, where we are the pre-party starter of everything, where we are here to bless your ears, nothing much, nothing more. Yeah, all that you can do, ladies and gents, is to share the space, invite others, and let them know that, yeah, it is that time. We have a killer lineup, like Vox has already mentioned. Yeah. To you who is new here to the space, welcome, and please stick around. And yeah, I'm pretty much sure we are gonna bless your ears today. Yeah, Ololo Vox, umnandi boy.
Hi, hundreds for it. Hundreds for it. Ifringalala. So ziyabuya. Ifringalala so ziyabuya. Let's see. Niandala, mic check, mic check. Happy Friday. California. Mic check, mic check. Okay, California. Ngathi network. I say family impaired. But anyway, let's give the mic to Dear White, who's gonna be our first guest. But we're gonna test both Grand Master K and Tia White. Tia White, mic check, mic check.
Yeah, how's it, guys?
I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna be great. How's things your side?
I'm good, my brother. Thanks for having me once more, brother, man.
No problem, John. No problem. We got you. Twaramune. Just wanna test the mic. Just wanna take the mic of Grandmaster K. Grandmaster K. Happy Friday. Mic check.
Hola, Vox, how's it?
No, I mean we're good. And how you doing?
No, I'm excited to be part of your show as always, and looking forward to listening to other peers' music and discussions as well.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being a guest and taking time for the Deep House Space. Okay, we're gonna start with Tia White, as mentioned. I'm gonna start with Taylor White. Taylor White has released an album with Stage 2 Sounds. We don't hear much of that these days. But seeing that Ellen is back, you're probably gonna hear a little bit more about Stage 2 Sounds. Taylor White, before we play some music, you released Alternative. You released Alternative, Nja. Before you play a song or two from it, please just give us a small summary of Alternative and also share a little bit summary about you for people that are in the space who actually don't know you. Thank you.
Thank you, brother. First, actually, it's called Alternate. Just want to correct you, my brother. So yeah, man. Alternate. It's a very experimental project. I was really trying to test the waters because I didn't want to do a repetition of my first album that I released under Stage 2, which is Between Planets. So Alternate basically is a fusion of a lot of styles, subgenres under house music. So yeah, man, it's a very experimental project. I feel like uh, it worked for me in terms of it also builds a mystery. Like people they always wonder like what am I gonna drop next? So I'm really happy how the whole project came out, and yeah, man, like it's a very beautiful project, and also it's a story that I feel like nobody else has done it before in terms of the titling. If you can check the first letter of the first song, it's basically um, up until the last song. It's basically the title of the album. So that's another way of saying like it's very different, and I like the people. I like the fact that people um, they received it so well, man. Like, yeah, man, it's a beautiful album. So yeah,
Oh man, beautiful, brother. Beautiful. Shout out. Sorry for mispronouncing the project. I like that you. Yeah, I like the idea, man. I like the idea of the track listing. It's something new. Eh? It's something new. Alternate has got 9 songs released on the 4th of April under Stage Sounds. We're gonna play a couple of songs for you today. Jobagi Friday, enjoy Deeper Space. But please make sure go check it out too. But DJ, are we ready to cue in first song? Are we ready?
Locked and loaded, we are going, most it's an album. So when it's an album, we just randomly choose the best. We'll choose, we starting with track 3 from T White's album, They Glitched. Enjoy.
And you're tuned in to the deep house space.
Thank you.
Zulu the Force. You are currently tuned into the Deep House space. Please do share the space, invite others, and get ready for amazing music and great conversations.
Yes, you're tuned into the Deep House Space, and thank you so much for joining us for the first song from our first guest, Tia White. They Glitched, which is track 3 on his album released on the 4th of April under Stage 2 Sounds Alternative. And thank you so much for coming through. Nia's not here. Oh, Kazi Zulu. Kazi Zulu. Mbono wako.
Can you hear me? My network is glitching, Gangane, just like the song. Can you hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear.
Okay, so this song impressed me so much. Also, the title makes so much sense. So, as the song starts, there's kids singing, and then a drum comes in, and then there's shakers, and then there's intentional glitches. Yo, I was so impressed with how well cooked it was. There was so many elements, but they set well together. No, I need to actually take time and listen to this album. Wow, very impressed with that track.
Siyabonga Nkazi. Tia White, please explain. Please explain young kids. I think young kids, small kids, young kids in music is something else. And of course, please explain why glitched, why they glitched. Thank you.
I just want to say thank you, Nkazi, for actually noticing the elements. So yeah, the title they glitched. It was intentional, especially the chants when they get in the like 2 minutes in, they glitch. That's how I wanted the whole project to be, in terms of each and every title of a song. It goes well with the emotions, the mood, even the elements. So yeah, man, they glitch. Actually, if you can listen, especially the intro part, I took it back to those days of tribal house. It has those sound effects of the jungle. Like everything. So it's basically a mesh of Afrotech, three-step, and tribal house. So yeah, man, like I said, the album is so it's an experimental album. So I'm glad, man. Like I really loved the elements, and for the fact that this one it's like it's so important to me in terms of it challenged me into jumping into another phase, of production. So yeah, man, like I really appreciate everything about it, man. So yeah.
Nah, shout out, man. Shout out. That's so nice. It's so nice when someone has a story behind their music, right? It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Let's go to the next song. Let's go to the next song. Boga. Before you grab the mic, what do you have for us, Boga, on the cards? What do you like to play for us?
I chose 9/7. Probably he'll tell us why when we come back with that one. It's nice, man. When last did we have an album, Vox? I'm fine. Let's go with it. Here's T White with 9/11. 9/7, sorry.
The deep house
Introducing the Deep House Space. My name is Euphonia. Imagine yourself lost in a world of pulsing bass lines, hypnotic melodies, and infectious grooves. Welcome to your haven for deep house delights. Let's embark on this sonic journey together.
Let's embark on this deep house journey together, as Unia and Dala mentions. Thank you for joining us on the Deep House Space. The last song that our DJ played for us is 9/7. 9/7 from the album Alternative. Alternate. Why do I keep on saying alternative? Alternate by Tia White. Our first guest for today. Thank you so much for joining us. See here we have Deep House Han. Let's try Deep House Han. Deep House Han, mic check, mic check. Deep House Han, Capricorn, would you like to unmute the mic? Okay, Deep House Han, no, yeah. Okay, let's try Grandmaster K. Grandmaster K, are you still there?
Yes, I'm still here, Box.
Could you, your thoughts on the few songs that we've played from Tia White?
You know, when listening to both those songs, I think there was a lot of effort to find the golden thread. You know, you can hear that these songs are part of a collective, and what I really enjoyed about it is the percussion and the chants. They really tell an African story in a way that is unique, you know, and I think that's where we need to be at in when producing music as Africans, as South Africans, is to try tell the story, but in our own way. And I think for what I've heard so far, I'm looking forward to the entire album because I understand that putting an album together, you have to find that common link between everything because it's different chapters of the same story. But well done.
Thank you so much.
I think T. White he's done a great job, and I look forward to listening to the full album from track 1 to 9.
Thank you so much, Grandmaster K. Let's give Tia White the mic. Tia White, would you like to reply to that, please?
Oh, thank you, brother Marcus. Yeah, like I wanted to tell a story differently, and in terms of production, I didn't really want people to expect the same results from my past album. You know, the storyline has to change, even the elements. You know, like people are really looking forward to something fresh, not a template of your previous work. You know, I feel like that's a way of growing. You know, as a human being, even your production. You know, so yeah, man. The album, it's something that I would say it even gave me a chance to prove myself. You know, so much in a sense that people also they feel like they get much more teachings from me in terms of production. They want to see me come with something new, even the style, you know, like it's very special to me. You know, I feel like the perfect description is to say it might be something that people will ride on. You know, maybe I might open up a new subgenre under house music. You know, I feel like it's very inspiring. Even the reviews, the feedback from many people, they want to see me come with something more and challenging. You know, I feel like I really enjoy this mysterious production of mine. You know, so that people don't even like have a sense or guess what am I gonna bring next. You know, so yeah, man, like it's very comforting so much.
Nice one, Tia White. Thank you for sharing that with us. What a DJ, your thoughts on it?
Ah man, yo. Fana, if you could feel the bass of that song. Yes. Nah, it's a killer. It's a killer. And you know what T White is saying, man, he's talking about something that we've been sleeping on when I Vox. I feel like we have been relaxed as DJs and producers now. We've mostly producers, we've been sticking to one style now. We've been sticking to that old thing of saying this is my signature and all that, and we have forgotten about the creativity side, or of the gift that you are being blessed with, as a producer, man. I mean, not everyone can do what you're doing. Not everyone can just go to studio and just be able to create something, and with that, Mfana, he's 100% correct, man, when he says he wanted to come out of the box, with everything that he's doing. Except Chafere.
Sure, brother man.
Umonate, my king.
Kaki munati, wena brother man.
Blessed. I mean, my king, like you just mentioned that with that, what you coming out of the box, I mean, people who were expecting that old T White, to them, what do you have to say to those people who are saying, man, T White, I don't know him like this anymore. He has changed. His sound has changed. In as much as you've already mentioned that you need to evolve in this industry that we call music, man. But what's your take to those people who would expect their favorite producer, man, to be sticking to one style?
I mean, like, you know what? When it comes to music, there's always people. They always bring their opinions. What I can say is that the pie is very big for everyone. You know, each each on its own, man. But what I like about my music is, I would say that it's something that you cannot have, something that you cannot listen on one go, and then you'll say, nah. I believe like my music is, it's like it goes on you. The more you listen to it, even like in terms of sequencing, man, like you don't really like put it on shuffle. You just have to listen from the beginning until the end of it, so that you can have an idea, even the climatic, like the climax of every song, like you have to sit and listen to it, properly. Like, yeah, I mean, man, I really respect people that feel some type of way, but in terms of direction, I feel like there should be direction. Don't stick to one sound, and because like there's nothing that you feel like you're standing at one place. Like there should be direction in terms of your elements and growth. Because um it's a journey, man. Music should be transcending. Should take us somewhere. And yeah, man, like I feel like that's how I see music, and that's how I wanted to view it, man. Like, yeah, I respect people's path, but in terms of production, you should actually give yourself a challenge and work outside your comfort zone, man. So yeah, man, like that's how I view music.
Nah, thank you very, very much, Njaka. Thank you very much. Vox, I don't know if you will take Nia's question or should I take it?
Hayi, khuluma for it.
All right. So, TY, we have one of our very own ladies here. Unfortunately, yeah, network is making her busy, man. So her first question goes like, where do you hope music takes you?
Like with the type of style that I'm making, man, I really want my music to break more doors, and it feels good to see that more people really appreciate music that makes me happy, like exposing your music to the masses, especially the one that you take risk with. It's it's very scary, but at the same time, it's good that people really appreciate and respect the type of style that I'm making, man. So it's so heartwarming to see that, because it's not easy to be on the other side, and be alone, because you take a risk, even my brand itself, it's hard for people to actually get me and what the type of story that I'm trying to tell. But ever since Between Planets, that's when I knew like people really love this type of production that I make, man. Like I really want to see my music go furthermore. That's my only wish, and people to actually um, know the brand. So yeah, man, that's one of my wishes, and yeah, that's all, my brother.
Beautiful, man. Her second question, and yeah, we're closing it, going back to the last song, man. Her second question goes like, how do you see deep house evolving, and where do you fit in that evolution?
Um, honestly, like I don't even really like to. What can I say? I don't really like to say my music is deep house. I just like to keep it at like and say it's house music because the way things are moving, I really want to be honest. The way things are moving, like people, like especially in our deep house community, people question every type of sound that you put out. They were like, "Nah, this is not deep enough." So, man, like I really don't want to focus much more on the politics of music. I just want to make music, man, because the whole point of making music is to unite us, not to break us, you know. And yeah, man, like music is the healing force of the universe. I really want to see that happen because there will never be growth if ever we're still gonna criticize um, if this thing is deep or not. So that's where I feel like sometimes as producers we should focus on something that will make us happy, not to prove a point. That's all. I feel like this way we can unite and have a very positive community of deep house. Yeah, man, like that's what I really want to see. And if ever deep house it's mainstream, like it should be, because once you go mainstream, they'll say, nah, it's not deep enough. So yeah, man, I really want to focus on myself and clear away on the politics of music. But so far, I'm really impressed with what they are doing at Deep House events, Bread for Soul. Like you can see, like it's growing, man. Like that's one of the things that I'm really proud of, and see our community really unite like that, man. So yeah.
Beautiful, Njaka, beautiful. As we are closing off, man, Vox Satla Bua with you, but I just wanna play put the song on cue. Which last song would you like us to play from your album? You are the selector now. Yo, T White.
Oh, sorry, brother, man. I was not aware I was on mute. Um, I'll go for track number 2, Lugubrious Monologue. I feel like that's a bit of between planets, elements, and type of style. So yeah, man, I will choose that one.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Njaka. Except Vox.
Shout out to Tia White, man. Shout out to Tia White. Always a pleasure to actually have him on. Before we play the last song, next week we have Jazzed Montage joining us. We have Zulu Mafia joining us. We have D General and V Underground also joining us, as well as Dr. Linton. That is next week from 12 p.m. as we always do it. As our guest mentioned, Puga, Shaya Ngoma forget. Shaya Ngoma, and then Sobuya with our last remark for Tia White. Siyabonga.
Olo, olo.
Hey, what's up? This is Nutty Nice, and you are listening to Deep House Space.
Hi, this is Sabrina Child, and you're listening to the Deep House Space. For the love of Deep House. For the love of Deep House. Hi, this is Sabrina Child, and you're listening to the Deep House Space. For the love of Deep House. For the love of Deep House.
Hi, this is Nkazi Zulu the Force. You are currently tuned into the Deep House Space. Please do share the space, invite others, and get ready for amazing music and great conversations.
Yes, great conversations and music. As Nkazi said, Nkazi Zulu has said. Yes, Yabunga, thank you for joining us. That is track 2 on Alternative by T White from his album Alternative, released on the 4th of April under Statue Sounds. The album is 1 hour, 10 minutes. So you can listen to the album from Joburg to Pretoria easily. Nkazi Zulu, last thoughts on your side for Tia White?
All right. Firstly, I wanted to add on to what Grandmaster said about how his music, or rather this album, is like the same book, but the chapters are different. We don't really get that as much when it comes to albums. Sometimes you listen to an album and you wonder, is this one project or is this a lot of projects? So that was very refreshing to hear. And I also like how his tracks have got 3-step, they've got Afro-tech, they've got tribal, they've got dub house. this is why he says he doesn't want his music to be classified as deep house, but as house, So it's very refreshing to hear producers who still can manage to do this and put the music all together without it sounding, distorted. So yeah, that's what I have to say.
Siyabonga, Nkazi Zulu. Dear White Inja, what's your closing remarks for us today?
Thank you once more for having me, brother man. I'm actually dropping another album next year. So yeah, I'm dropping my third album next year. So this one is actually personal, but I will do announcements once it's set and ready. So yeah, guys, I really appreciate the fact that people that follow my music, they show love, and I just want to say, let's keep on doing great stuff. So yeah, guys, I just want to say, look out for my third album. So this one I'll be dropping it independently because it's very close to my heart and too personal. So I feel like I really want to put this one out at my own time and pace. So yeah, guys, yeah.
No, thank you so much, man. We thank you so much, Tiawai. Thank you so much for giving us your time. And have a good Friday, Inja. Ne? Keep on, stay safe. And we'll see you around. Nagancha.
Thank you, brother man.
That is Tiawai. That is Tiawai, our first guest for today. Go check out the rest of the album. Only played 3 songs from Alternate. Only played 3. So there's 6 more that you can easily enjoy on your own. So shout out to you for joining us. Before we go to our next guest, next week Tuesday, we'll be having a very delightful interview with Louis Vega at 8 p.m. So if you do have time, please do join us. 8 p.m. next week Tuesday. I think after that, I retire, bro. But for now, let's go to our next guest. Uh, Grandmaster K. Grandmaster K is joining us yet again as a guest on the Deep House Space. Grandmaster K, mic check, still there?
Yes, Vox, I'm still here.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Grandmaster K, we're going to play some songs that are in the project. But before we play, please just share a little bit about the song that you're going to play. A couple of singles already out, like Muchachi. But please do share just a short summary about the song that we're going to play today. Thank you.
Is that the song of Mojaji, Vox?
Yes. No, but besides, Inje, all these 3 songs we're going to play today, please just give us a short summary of all 3 of them.
Yes, I think just on the start of Mojaji, I think Mojaji is a journey into the heart of the Balobedu culture. It's an ode to Queen Mojaji, which was the reign queen of Limpopo, and pretty much the whole ritual that goes on there. That's in essence, in short, with that. The second track of the album is Monati. Monati is a vibrant exploration of the word Humunati, which is a Setswana phrase which celebrates joy and allure of place or any movement. So that's the second track, and I think the third one is Ikawe, which in that song I tried to captivate the musical piece that was inspired by African warrior spirit in the Zulu culture, which symbolizes courage and honor. I think in brief, that's the 3 songs.
Thank you so much, Grandmaster K. As mentioned, Grandmaster K is appearing for the second time on the Deep House Space. And it's a pleasure that we have him on the Deep House Space. Poor DJ, do you have a song queued in? What are you playing? Poor DJ?
I think we'll play it according to how Master K has already mentioned. Let's start with Muchachi, and then we'll follow. Ololo.
Hi, this is Floyd of Lilac Jeans.
And this is Menu of Lilac Jeans. You are now listening to the Deep House Space.
This is your boy Usiple. You are now tuned into the Deep House Space. Hashtag the Deep House Space.
Yes, you are tuned into the Deep House Space. Thank you so much for coming through. We are on to our second guest, Grandmaster K. The song we just played now is Muchachi, which was actually released on the 14th of March. Shout out to everyone who's joining us. Just wanted to mention this is actually Ultra Week. Ultra is happening today, Cape Town, and tomorrow, Joburg. This is actually Ultra Week. Imagine that. Boy, DJ, thoughts for Room Church. I like the adaptation of of us taking music culturally, man. I love it. It's a beautiful thing. Boy,
Was about to say, my boy, was about to say that, in fact, today I feel like probably we are revisiting even tribal house, mfana. We are just going back nje to tribal house. We are revisiting it, and it started off with T White, and now it's Grandmaster K. He's also giving us that feel, and with that, mfana, yeah, I think mfana, that traditional sound, going back to your roots and all that when they say you're African and all mfana, I know where Americans believe hey, we are living in the jungles, but we are not there. Except Grandmaster K Sharp Fede.
All how is it?
Umnati, my king.
I'm not.
Last time Vox Intana I met with Grandmaster K was the preview of our album, the listening session of our album, the Deep House Space. And with that, man, I must say, Mfana Uguti, you know what? Grandmaster K is one very talented man. He is great, creative. We were not in studio, but just by speaking, you could tell Guti no Vox Mfana. Yeah, here we have someone who knows. In fact, the name itself, Grandmaster K, it's not just and that the name master. King. So if we tap into it, man, I mean, with this whole project that you were doing, what was the initial plan within it? I mean, you already told us regarding the singles, but also I'd like to know within the whole project, man, what was the whole plan behind it? Why did you ended up going this route as well?
Yeah, I think this all stemmed from my first EP, which I released last year, Into the Dragon, which was very experimental, and I was trying to find my balance in the kind of sound that I wanted to put forward in an album. And then I started to work on the album Mujaji, but the whole essence of my music and this album is to take a journey into the heart of African culture in whatever shape or form. So this project I've been working now for close to a year. I've released the first single, Mujaji. The Monati single will be out 30th of May. And then the third single, Close to July. And then the full 10-track album will be out in September.
Beautiful. My second last question is that, when you are a producer, people expect, when probably you previewing a snippet of something, and then they are like, release this thing now, man. My brother, we want this thing now. Take it out now. We want it now. To understand. To someone who doesn't understand, man, can you please explain probably the steps of what needs to be going through before a final master track could come out, and a final track could come out? Because I know sometimes we as producers, we have this thing where you take out a track and then you already give it to someone, and then when you go back and listen to it alone, you're like, man, there's some elements which are missing, and now you are adding on top of that track. So what do you have to say to someone who would want a song right now to be released right now, and it cannot be happening like that?
Yeah, look, I think for me the essence it starts with why people make the music and why people are in the music business. So if you're the one who's wanting to have the numbers and to be known and all those things, then I guess the time will always never be on your side. But if it's your gift to share your love and your creativity through music, you will know when the time is right for the song. The song itself will tell you when the time is right to come out. I mean, with this album, I mean, I've always planned to do 10 tracks, but I think I've gone through 20, 21 odd tracks, and I had a list of 10, and I thought this can make it. And when you go back and you realize, listen to it more and more, you realize, okay, this one, it still needs a bit of work. Some songs you're shelving, and that's why I'm not even rushing the full release, because even now I'm still not sure what are going to be the balance of the 10 tracks on the album. And I think the key to having to have that luxury is independence in your music, in releasing your own music through your own label. Then you're not under pressure to succumb to all the pressures that come with it, and then you allow the music to be at the forefront. Because I think as producers and musicians, we need to respect the music. The music is bigger than all of us, and it will be here once we've gone, and it's always been there before we're here. So I think we have to respect the music and let the music be the driver of our journey.
Oh, a mouthful said, man. A mouthful said. No, thank you very, very much, my king. Let's take it back to the good music. Yeah, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Yeah.
Sure.
Except Vox.
This is the Deep House Space. Our time is 13:07. On to our second guest, which is Grand Master K. After Grand Master K, we have Mc4len. So, ungayendawo. Boy, the DJ is ready for our next song. Shayengoma, boy, the DJ.
Up next, with Grandmaster K, Monate. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Mc4len the Force. You are currently tuned into the Deep House Space. Please do share the space, invite others, and get ready for amazing music and great conversations.
Yo, this is your boy, Uzi Black. You are now tuned into the Deep House Space. Hashtag the Deep House Space.
Yes, you tune into the Deep House Space. Thank you so much for joining us. The song we just played now is titled Monati. And as I was listening, I was like, Black Coffee would easily rock this at high. Maybe, definitely. Zangawa, showcase. Zangawa get shot. Kazi Zulu, the force. Mic check.
Um, you know what? I really enjoy how Grandmaster captures African spirituality. You can hear birds, you can hear animals, you can hear whistles, you can hear chants, and as Upuga already said, the tribal. It's really beautiful. Grandmaster, how are you doing?
I'm fine, thanks. Yourself, my sister.
I'm good, thank you. The last time we had you, you told us how you've been doing music since 1993. And I wanted to find out what advice would you have for someone who just stepped into the music industry? What should they expect and what should they look out for?
I think the first thing I mean on the business side of things, I would say that understand the administration of the business, understand what it takes to submit your music, to register your music, make sure that you're full ownership of your music. I think a lot of creatives, they focus a lot on the creativity, which is the important aspect, but one needs to protect one's musical IP and have control of it. And then I think as a starter, I think make sure you understand the legalities of the game that you're trying to play and the space that you are trying to play in, which I think is the most critical one.
All right, thank you so much.
Siyabonga Kazi Zulu. I see your phone. Your phone endala. Mic check.
Okare wa daughter so box. Oh my goodness, network had me on chokehold sana. Hi everybody. Yo, Vox. Mojaji. I think Mojaji feels like a soulful journey that blends into hypnotic grooves of deep house with a vibrant rhythmic heartbeat of African percussion and some melodies nyana mole. Music Grandmaster K is warm and immersive. The drum patterns evoke a sense of spiritual connection and freedom. The music creates an uplifting yet grounding vibe, which is something that is perfect for ugluzu umnqondo wakho and dance, while you are also able to sink into a meditative state. It's just beautiful. It's like a communal celebration where every beat, literally, this is what I was getting from Mujaji. Literally, every beat tells a story of a culture of resilience and joy. And it left me ripping in an emotional state. It's a timeless embrace, man. It's beautiful. Um, yo, it's music for the soul and the body that is rooted in African pride. Yet it's universally accessible, but it's inviting everybody to dance and feel connected to a human shared rhythm. It was just amazing listening to both Monate and Mujaji.
Aralebo, your phone endala. Grandmaster K, wanna reply to that?
Well, I thank you, and I really appreciate it, and I'm humbled that the African story that I try to convey through my music is being received in a much greater and a bigger way than what I had expected. It really warms my heart to really see the other end of the work, and I'm grateful that I've been blessed to be an instrument to deliver this music. Like I said, the music is bigger than you and I. I'm just an instrument that has been chosen to deliver this African story.
And it's a beautiful African story. Grandmaster K. It's an amazing African story. Thank you so much for joining us yet again. Bugatti DJ, I think we have a last song to play from Grandmaster K. And after that, we have Mc4len. Shout out to everyone who's joined us. Thank you so much for being here. If you still want to grab the mic and perhaps share some light, a thought or two to our guest, don't be shy. Do not be shy at all. Bugatti DJ, or share ngoma again for it. Okay, before Pogo Dlala, Euphonia, hand is up.
Bengisathathekile wena Vox, bengisasemoyeni, so ngicabanga ukuthi ngi-right manje. Grandmaster, hi, how are you?
And thanks in yourself.
Well, thank you for asking. Yo, thank you for that. I think I'm back now. I'm snapped out of it. Is there any specific track or album, whether it's yours or somebody else's, that captures the essence of house music for you? Thank you.
Yeah, I think the essence for me for house music is all over the place. You know, I'm a big consumer of other people's music. I listen to the music pretty much everywhere I am in my life. So I go through a lot of music, and I just like a lot of people's music, and sometimes I like elements of people's music. There's just so much to really appreciate. So it's for me, I think it's difficult to try and put it in a box because it's for me it's energy, and it's the energy that I get from music, how it makes me feel. Sometimes particular song can make me feel differently within the same day or even days later of the same song. I think it always depends on where you're at and the environment and where you are within your own self. So I just give a shout out to all the musicians and the producers and the creatives that are putting the music, and those that came way before us, because a lot of the music is inspired by those that came before us and those that will come after us.
Oh, thank you so much. Last one from me to you. Can you share a defining moment in your life that shaped the type of music that you do?
Yes, I think the defining moment in my life was when I realized that just being a DJ and playing music and mixing music, they always find that there was something else that you would have liked or for something to have happened. And I just got to a point that if I'm going to sit and always be picking up these nuances, and I might as well go and try to make what I think is what people would like to hear.
Thank you so much, Fox.
And this is the Deep House Space. This is the Deep House Space. We have conversations and amazing music. Thank you for joining us. Bugatti DJ, reading Goma.
All right, standard. Ba right abonia. Aye, bakrenda sien. As you're sending off, Grandmaster, Grandmaster K with the last tune, Ikawe, enjoy.
Hi, this is Sabrina Child, and you're listening to the Deep House Space. For the love of Deep House. For the love of Deep House.
As Uniyandala always says, your weekly dose of deep house is a perfect antidote to the ordinary. Let's immerse ourselves in the rhythms and let the music transport us to the world of pure bliss. Ayazi ukukhuluma kahle uNiya. Sometimes. Thank you for joining us in the Deep House Space. The song we just played now is the last one from Grand Master K for today. It's been a pleasure. It's been an absolute pleasure to have Grandmaster K back on Deeper Space. Ikawe is the title of the song. Ikawe. Nkazi Zulu, closing remarks for Grandmaster K.
I'm very grateful to have had him here, and I look forward to whatever he has for us next, because as I've already spoken, I enjoy how he captures African spirituality, and I look forward to more projects because, as the projects come, it definitely sounds different. But yeah, I'm very grateful to have had him here today.
Sawang Kazi Zulu. Niandala, with the beautiful words.
It's how you always expect me to say something. I'm also grateful that we've had him again on the space, and I am more than anything, I'm happy to have been part of this era isigiyo, so that we listen to such good music. You know how Vox always says, don't let your friends listen to bad music. I'm just happy to be here alive right now, witnessing what we are witnessing. So, yeah.
Hallelujah, hallelujah, Sawanga Niandala. Boy, DJ.
Shout out to Grandmaster K, man. Shout out to him. All the best with his musical journey. And as always, we hope to see him once again and for him to bless our ears with good music as he always does, man. God bless, and shout out.
Sbong, Sbong. As mentioned, next up is Mc4len, but before Mc4len, Grace Mansaki, thank you so much, man, for giving us your time. Thank you so much for coming through to the deeper space. Please give us the last remarks for today.
Thank you very much to you, Vox, and your team. And I wish you endless blessings with this beautiful platform that is showcasing beautiful music and giving a lot of exposure to both the listener and the producers. And I mean, just from the last time I was here, which was in December, or the energy already, I can feel it's grown exponentially. And like I said, I wish you endless blessings that God may bless you and your team to continue doing your work that is God's work.
We thank you, man. We thank you, and we won't stop anytime soon, unless someone takes our voices away. But we won't stop anytime soon. So thank you so much, Ken Mr. K, for joining us and being here. Please be safe, and we'll see you around again. Thank you.
Thank you.
That is Grandmaster King. That is Grandmaster King. Go check out his music. Previously, he was there with an album, an amazing album. So if you never listened to it, you still can go and listen to it. So on streaming platforms. Next up is Mc4len. Mc4len, as he grabs the mic. Okay, Mc4len, please grab the mic. Or bottom left request. Thank you to each and every person who's here. Let's see who's here. Haven't spoken to Miss LP in a while. She doesn't grab the mic anymore. Nomasigo, shout out to Nomasigo. Naz Andres. Tomorrow we're actually at the loft. Tomorrow we're at the loft. It would be nice to see some Cape Townians. Tomorrow we're at the loft as the Deep House Space. The loft, which is at the Old Biscuit Mill. Should be fun. Should be fun. Should be fun. Next guest. Mc4len. Okay, let's give him the mic. Let's test the mic. Mc4len, mic check, mic check.
Hola, hola, Vox. Hola, hola.
How's your Friday going, Ja, so far?
It's hectic, my brother. It's hectic. How's yours?
As it should, mfanene. Life should be hectic, vele. Life should be hectic. Aye, Friday is going well. We're doing this thing that we love, that we keep on loving. We won't lose the love anytime soon. I think so. That's what I think. But before that, Mc4len, how's the project been? It's been out for a couple of weeks now, right? It's been out for a couple of weeks. Reception. How you feeling? How you feeling about your project?
Vox, to be honest, I'm excited. And I can see over everything that I had planned with the project. It's actually taking shape. The reason why I created the project was to bring hope, to the lost, bring hope, when someone feels like they're alone, and just to remember God is still there. So I've seen comments, people sharing and people saying, wow, the songs are giving them hope. So I'm really glad. And also people are really buying music.
You know, I think it also inspires a lot of people to just buy music and to consume music. You know, so I it's doing well according to my standards.
Thank you so much. And that is part of the journey. Ne, Rebecca, part of the journey, ne, Mc4len, right? Yes, right. I know today
Yes.
you released, yeah, today you released Serendipity. Hey, my dot. No. Boga, let's play the first song Lapo, from part of the journey.
Ulu, playing Part of the Journey by Mc4len. Enjoy.
Keep on shining, brighter than the stars at night. Keep on shining, brighter than the stars at night. Keep on shining, brighter than the stars at night. Keep on shining, brighter than the stars at night. In the States, don't be afraid, ain't ashamed. Got a past, part of the journey, part of the road, part of the journey, part of the road, part of your life, part of the road, part of your life. The path you're on
My name is Bongiwe Indlovukazi. You are listening to the Deep House Space.
Introducing the Deep House Space. My name is Euphonia. Imagine yourself lost in a world of pulsing bass lines, hypnotic melodies, and infectious grooves. Welcome to your haven for deep house delights. Let's embark on this sonic journey together.
Niela also says, together let's explore the uncharted territories of Deep House, discover new sounds, and revel in the beauty of this captivating genre. The journey begins now. Yes. Cool. Thank you so much for joining the Deep House Space. The song we just played now is by Mc4len, part of the journey. That was an incredible song. Kazi Zulu, that was an incredible song, right?
Yo, I think Mc4len is phenomenal. I think he knows this already. I may be wrong though. And I also feel he has worked so hard already this year because he has already given us 4 projects, and also a lo-fi single. And I think his music is beautiful. Like the elements that were there. Yeah, no, his music is really beautiful, man.
Mc4len, Kazi Zulu says your music is beautiful, man. Mc4len, still there?
Hi, let me just go outside of this car. Ne? I'm in a car because I'm at work. Let me just go out so that I can answer.
Mc4len, you had work and you better go coloing.
Yeah, no. I'm a civil engineering guy.
Remote, I guess remote work, ne? Oh, man.
Yeah, no. I'm a civil engineering guy. I did civil engineering. So, yeah. All right. Nkazi, thank you very much. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate it. Yes, I've been working, but I think I haven't been working this year as much. You know, most of my productions are from 2022 up until last year. So I just figured that no, it's time to release them all. You know, and they are doing so well, very very good. I've seen some of the projects doing very well on platforms such as Traxsource and so forth. So yeah, no, thank you very much. Thank you very much for the kind words.
Well, siyabonga Mc4len, who hasn't worked but is releasing music this year. Niandala?
Vox. My guy. Yo, I think elegance is an understatement. Angazi ukuthi ngiyibeke njani, but I love truly how Deep House is incredibly versatile. And we definitely took you guys on a journey. And this is definitely part of a journey. Remember what I always tell you, Vox, ukuthi mina ngihambe emoyeni. If nina niyasala, nizosala nodwa. No man, Deep House it excels at creating a vibe, and the wave engihamba kiyo ungathi ngihamba ngiyi-one, man. I love the song that we just played. It shows us ukuthi Deep House is not just music, but it's an experience that transports you, and that's something that's very hard to replicate. And yeah, man, it was a beautiful song.
Certainly. Most certainly. Mc4len, do you feel music has given much back to you in terms of as much as you've given it to it? Do you feel the music itself has given anything back to you as much as an artist, and you give so much to it?
You know, as an artist, I think it has given back. You know, I've invested a lot, and I think it has as an artist. But I don't have many expectations when it comes to music. I think my main goal is to make good music, heal the souls of people, give hope to people. So I think when it comes to that, it has given me so much back, and I'm really fortunate that it's doing that.
Oh, shout out, man. Shout out, man. Shout out to this great hobby that you do. And we're here because of it. And this career that you have. We're here because of all of it. Shout out, man. But DJ, let's play the next song. Time is 13:46 on my end. Welcome again to the Deep House Space. Thank you for joining us. We do this on Fridays. Next week, we're back. Zulu Mafia, D General, and V Underground. Dr. Linton, Jazzed Montage is also joining us next week. And Tuesday, of course, Louis Vega. Yeah, ne. Buga, oshaya ngoma mfowethu.
Uthini mfana uthi noma singastepa down mfana sesicedile umsebenzi.
Mfana sesingaretire.
Hey, seseyinde le ndlela. Next up, Mc4len with Narrow Road. Enjoy.
Hey yo, this is your boy Chana Cameron. You are listening to the Deep House Space.
Hello, this is Abiza the brown skin Alcy, the one and only, and you are tuned into the deep house space.
Yo, what's up, folks? This is your boy Tim A Deep, and you're listening to the Deep House Space.
And yes, you tuned into the Deep House Space. You are tuned into the Deep House Space. Thank you so much for being here. The song we just played now, it's another beaut. It's another beaut from Mc4len. Narrow Road. Narrow Road from Mc4len from the project, part of the journey. Part of the journey. I wanted to read out what else Niandala says, but before I go there, Grandmaster K, are you still there, Grandmaster K? Let's test Grandmaster K again. Grandmaster K, mic check, mic check. Okay, probably Grandmaster K has just stepped out, just a little bit. But in Kazi Zulu, Narrow Road.
Yeah, no. I didn't expect anything less, because his music is amazing. Mc4len, how are you doing?
I'm good, thanks, my sister. And how are you?
I'm good, thank you. How would you describe your sound?
Shucks, I don't even know what kind of a sound I'm making. I just love making music. I listen to different kinds of genres and I try and portray whatever is in my mind. But I'd say my influence came from Deeper Shades, then musically, Thon Miller and Nuno Esteves. Listening to a bit of Just Move records gave me an idea of what I wanted to do. From there, then I just went everywhere I wanted to go with the music.
I'm sure you've faced creative block. How do you get yourself out of that space when you find yourself in that space?
I just take a break. I take a break and then just for a while just listen to all these different genres because they do help a lot. When you listen to a bit of jazz there, a bit of neo soul there and there, and hip hop and all of this music, they give you an idea. When you listen to a certain song, after listening to it, like, I'd love to do something like this, although you're not going to do exactly what that person made, but it gave you an idea of what I'd love to do next. So that's the how I beat my creative block.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
All right, siyabonga Nkazi Zulu. Mc4len, please tell your friends there that you're probably with friends and probably just workers, but tell them about the deeper space and tell them that we appreciate your time here and you are valued. You are absolutely valued. Thank you so much, so much, so much. What a DJ.
Hello. We're still here. Now, shout out to everyone who is still with us here on the Deep House Space, and to those who are sharing the space, man. We have our last artist for the day, and it's time to close those laptops. I mean, we have already started. Yabona Vox or Ganjan Pincham.
Nakanjani?
Nakanjani? Ayijika ayinastrayivela. Exe Mc4len.
Oh, la Braga.
Umunati, my king.
Ke sharp wena Braga, wena.
Monate njaka. King, akunjwetse hle mina. So with the journey that you've been doing, I understand that. With someone, man, who is so interested in doing this musical journey, of producing or DJing, what is that one thing, man, that you would say, hore, like they should be looking out for, the advantages and the disadvantages from your end?
Okay, whatever for me, I would say, start up. Don't be scared. Take that risk. Lower your expectations. And then do as much as you can to improve yourself. And also, when it comes to labels and so forth, don't feel maybe rejected when your music is rejected. It's because people are looking for different sounds and so forth. So as long as you believe in what you are doing, uh don't ever feel like, no man, I'm not doing enough. Just keep on improving yourself, keep on making music, you know keep on talking to people who love music, keep on sharing the word, keep on doing everything just to make sure that your music goes out there to the masses and for everyone to just be healed by your music.
Beautiful, Njaka. One last question, man. Because you mentioned that if you're being rejected by record labels, I mean, for an artist, how important is it for one to do a research on a certain label that they wanna probably release on? Probably example, I'm looking into releasing solistic music, but however, if I am to release Louis Vega Records, or Vega Records, maybe I'm taken there. But however, I didn't wanna look into Vega Records. As an artist, what are those things, those challenges that you would tell one to look out for as well?
um I'd say, if ever you make music and then it gets rejected and then another label accept it, and then you feel like, nah, this is not the label that I wanted. At the end of the day, you just have to appreciate the fact that someone did accept your music. But for me as well, I do have a Bandcamp page that has been running for years. So even there are songs that I don't even take to record labels. Like even the album of Part of the Journey, I didn't take it to a record label. It's POH, it's my own imprint. I just created a label just to release my own music so that I don't feel pressure to release whatever stuff that everyone wants to release. So what normally happens is, if I want to release music on a certain label, I study the label and then try and do something that is going to correspond with what they are looking for. But sometimes you do the same only to find that, okay, they want to switch up the sound a little bit. Like when I used to release on color recordings, that's what happened. They said, no, we are looking for a different sound now. So I had to understand, oh no, even labels also, they evolve. So you just have to be ready to be creative and play around with everything that you have and just make music. But I would say people must also be not scared to sell their music on Bandcamp and all those platforms. It does make a lot. It does make a difference. Because for me, I think all in all, I'm on 580 something dollars on Bandcamp. That's my how much I've received. Maybe I've received about 70% of that. So 420 or so from Bandcamp alone. So people should also be brave to say, if it's not accepted everywhere, let me just try and release it myself and build a name for myself on Bandcamp as well.
Beautiful, Njaka. Beautiful. No, that's all from my side, Njaka. Lebula holo ne.
Ke a leboha Goodman, ke a leboha
Thank you,
Braga.
man. Holo, Njaka.
Thank
Xevox.
The Deep House Space is here for the undiscovered. It's here for the music heads. It's here for the livelier music industry. And we're still here and we're still proud to be doing it. And thank you so much for joining us. Shout out to our guests. Shout out to everyone who's always participating in this thing we do on Fridays. And Mc4len is one of those people. And we if we never started this thing, I was Mc4len mfana mpoka. Trust you me. Puga, I think we have two. We can play another song Yokvala for Mc4len. But I think let's play one more and then closing remarks. and then we call it a day. Right? Yeah. Asenze kanjalo mfowethu.
Ulolo, as we're playing the last tune by Mc4len, it is titled Down. Enjoy.
Hello, this is Baviza, the brown skin Alfie, the one and only, and you are tuned into the Deep House Space.
Hey, this is Carly Mead, and you're listening to the Deep House Space. For the love of Deep House, baby.
Getting me down. 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 letting me down. Letting me down. Letting me down. Letting me down.
Enter the underground where music's deep and the vibes are real. Your weekly dose of deep house is here. Let's get lost in the music. Hashtag the deep house space.
Yes, let's get lost in the music, as Neanderthal says and mentions. The deeper space. Time is 14:07. Thank you so much for being with us. It's been 2 hours of amazing and glorious music and wisdom conversations. It's been great, man. It's been totally great. Started Mc4len. Thank you so much for joining us. Can we have your last remarks for today, man?
All right. Thank you very much, my brother, and the whole team, the Deep House Space team for having me. It was a pleasure. It was a blast. And thank you for the other artists who came in. I enjoyed each and every artist music and conversations as well. Yeah, thank you for having me. I think today we released an EP on basement music. Please go listen to it and give us feedback. Thank you very much, and expect more music in the future. More music. I've already have things lined up. Maybe I'll go back to production very soon, so you can expect even more music for the next year as well. So thank you very much for having me. Thank you.
Nah, Mfaki. It's blind. Thank you for giving us your time and being here. Thank you for the glorious music, man. Thank you for the conversations that you've given us here today. That is Mc4len. Go check out his music. We just played a couple of songs from Part of the Journey, which we released on his own stable, as he mentioned, Piece of Heaven, on the 30th of April. Go check out the music. You will definitely love the rest of the songs that we didn't play. As mentioned, next week, D General and V Underground, Zulu Mafia, Dr. Linton, and Jazzed Montage. They're gonna be joining us next week, Tuesday. Tuesday, I feel it. We're gonna have an interview with Louis Vega, 8 p.m. Come through, join us. Should be a humdinger. Should be a humdinger of a show. Never thought we'd be doing this thing so long with this Kuno Vega. But here we are. So those are my last remarks for the day. Thank you so much for being here. I'll give the rest of the team the mic so that they give their last remarks for today, and then we call it a day. Start with Grand Master K. Grand Master K, are still there?
Sure, folks, I'm still here.
Please give the last remarks. Joa says file. Thank you.
Sorry?
I know. Go ahead. Go back.
Then I'll just say thanks to everybody that was involved in putting the show, and thanks to everybody that took out their time to listen to the Deep House Space, and all the best for the future.
Hallelujah. Yes, definitely. Shout out to each and every person who's been here from 2 and still here now. Thank you. Wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. Kazi Zulu, last remarks for today.
Siyabonga to everyone who joined us today. To the regulars, thank you so much, guys, for making time every Friday to be here. We appreciate you guys so much. We wouldn't be here without you. But we appreciate everyone who joined us today, guys. Thank you so much. And I'd like to wish all of you a beautiful weekend.
Hallelujah. Kazi Zulu, siyabonga. Niandala? Oh, Niandala is not there. Okay. But she'll probably give her last remarks next week. That's fine. But DJ, last remark, and then play the last song for us. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for playing this amazing music for us. Sigcwele mana ngicwele mfana ngawo. Ngokubonga one day ungawari. One day.
One love, Ntwana Sisonke, from the ground going up, Thank you to each and everyone who pulled up, man. Thank you to each and everyone who always sharing the space every Friday, man. Without you, we wouldn't be here, man. You borrowing us your ears. Yeah, it's something else, but we also blessing you with something else, introducing new music to you, new artists every week, but yeah, man, thank you very, very much. Have a wonderful weekend. Stay blessed, stay beautiful, and yeah, remember, whatever you're doing, man, it's a choice. It's a choice. It's a choice. So yeah, let's meet again next week Friday, like Ovox has mentioned. From me, Boga, and the team, we are out. Wololo. Signing out. We are signing out with Mc4len. People of the light. Enjoy.
You're tuned into the deep house space. Bongani mehlo makhulu. The deep house space. Grace upon these platforms that expose the undiscovered. As we enter, we breathe fire from the other side. Conquer and divide. By our rules they will abide. House music is in control. Now turns the tide. In our house, we are one. Connected with the rhythm. My name is Bongani Mehlo Makhulu, and you're tuned into the deep house space.
Hi.
Everyone, Chail.
Sibonge DJ Puga. Yizo. Till next week.
Till next week, shout out everyone. Be safe, be good, be kind. Xevox, Valalap.
Yizo.